So this is maybe how's this fair to the people who bought a house and wanted to Airbnb it? And I mean, I know there are people out there who running Airbnbs, like, or vacation rental by owner, that's their business, where they maybe own 5, 6, 10, 12. I mean, I've read stories about people who own 100 of them in multiple cities. I mean, how's it fair to those people?
So what I would say is this: for the people who have them right now, there's no issue with them converting that over to a long-term rental. Mm-hmm. That's very easy for them to do. For people that aren't interested in turning them over to a long-term rental, I'm sure that putting them back on the market is an option for them. But I think they have options that are available. When we went through the public participation process, they actually had an option of coming and talking. And we did get a lot of feedback from Airbnb owners. Yeah. I think one of my challenges with the original feedback that we got and sitting in some of those meetings, there was a lot of pushback on any restrictions at all. It was an all or nothing. And you and I talked about this earlier. If you want to come up with a good solution, one of the best ways to do that is to have a dialogue.
Yep.
But to come in and say, no, I'm happy where I am right now and we want nothing, just wasn't going to be a solution. I think there could have been some give and take on both sides, but I think in a dialogue, we would have gotten to that point and gotten to a more comfortable situation. Yep. Because do I think that it'll be difficult? Definitely. I have no issue with that. But right now, then let's use your number. Let's say someone owned 5 Airbnbs with the sole purpose of renting them out as short-term rentals.
Yep.
That's a business to me. They're not running. And
I would agree.
And because it's a business, I think that they need to be licensed. I think they need to be taxed appropriately, and I think they need to be paying into the accommodation tax.
So then do you think, should there be some involvement from like Airbnb corporate itself, VRBO or vacation rental by owner? Like, should, I guess, these organizations that like really provide the easy push button framework? And I mean, I have no idea what, if you post your short-term rental on Airbnb, I don't know how much of a cut Airbnb gets. Yeah. I couldn't even tell you if it's a monthly fee or whatever. I have no idea because I've never personally done it and I've never looked at it. But I guess, is that maybe then eventually what happens is that the Airbnbs of the world, the vacation rental by owners of the world, like as those organizations, they then maybe have to get involved with municipalities everywhere and figure out, how to potentially make this work in a way that everybody finds acceptable, I guess.
I think this is a good way. Everybody finds beneficial.
Yeah.
I think is a big thing. We did receive correspondence from Airbnb.
Yeah.
And the correspondence from Airbnb, a lot of it was around, the system's not broken, so let's not worry about it. Again,
in their eyes,
which
that's exactly I understand why they would say that.
Absolutely, and I think too, it goes around Airbnbs dealing with issues, and we've all heard them, right? We've all heard them that we have properties that are in neighborhoods, and all of a sudden it's 2:00 in the morning, and the Airbnb has got not 3 people in it; it's got 30 or 40 people in it. It's those sorts of things that we have to be able to deal with. And what I would always say is when you look at the market, when you look at the short-term rental market here, I would have much rather have seen them come to the table and say, look, we know we have some issues, and here's some of our suggestions for dealing with those issues. We're comfortable with these things that you're proposing. We're not comfortable with this one item or these 2 items, but we have some options and we have some opportunities. So I think that's important because a lot of what we did hear from neighborhoods was specifically that, was that they're dealing with the fallout of Airbnbs that have gone awry and not being able to connect with the individual owning them saying, you've got a problem here. Yeah. Let's deal with it.